Cyno. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Autism. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Autism? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Cyno, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Autism, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Autism done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Autism. I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Cyno. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like... Hey, did either of you hear a word?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over...
Someone's calling for us!
That sounded like Candy. Come on.
All right, stop.
Well... Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief.
I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace. Protect-
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility. So please, have an honest and if anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality.
On second thought...
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace. I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Autism wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the...
So
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had I will never give up on the...
Cyno seems to have the same plus now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra. He somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Cyno, if that...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard the sages asked you to investigate a... Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
yes, I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, had I been less guarded,
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then, so it came as quite a surprise when
Criminals do love to talk.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Autism, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, but then I saw these two random guys in the middle.
Is that all? Well,
That's more like it. I missed you all.
Whoa! What was that sound?
no need to worry.
Creak.
Fighting in a
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry.
The winds died down. Candace still isn't.
When you put it that way, even...
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Here comes an...
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Who is one? Boom boom! Yeah. Come on, we can do it. Yeah. Breath of the flame, incinerate.
You're in for a little shock.
Yeah. Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Let the show begin.